Dick had finished his original show with Mary. They did 5 years, and that was enough for them. They could have gone on forever, but it was enough. Dick wanted to. And he moved to Cave Creek, Arizona, which is the equivalent of Lost Valley, California, only in a desert. Just to get away from everything. And he and Margie and their kids lived in this little town, Cave Creek. To give you an idea, Phoenix is the big town. The next smaller famous town is Scottsdale. The studio was in Carefree, and Dick lived in Cave Creek. That's how far away from the world. But they did build a studio in Carefree, Arizona. Some company, I forget the name of it, but they wanted to compete with Tucson for the weather and everything else, so they built a studio. Dick finally said to CBS, who kept saying, do another show, if we can do it in Carefree, which was 5-minute drive from Cave Creek, I'll do it. They said, of course, we always wanted to do a show in the desert. So they came up, they went to Carl Reiner, who was the daddy of all daddies, of all comedy shows, and of the original, and he said, sure, and they came up with the idea of Dick would be a talk show host in Arizona. And luckily, Marlowe's show was going off, and they offered us the job, Bernie and me, producing the show for Dick. And we went to Arizona for 2 seasons, and after that it was no good, because it was not good to do to your wife, to give up her whole life suddenly to come to Arizona and have to put the kids in school, and it was not good. So that was the end of that. Mm. The show went on for 2 years. I think they brought it back to California in the last year. And Davis and Pollock produced it back here. They're 2 good writers. We had hired them to work on it with us the first 2 years.
So talk a little bit about working with Carl Reiner and Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, it's like, how does a doctor feel about working with Albert Einstein? Carl is marvelous. He's a terrific writer, terrific man, terrific host, terrific MC. There's nothing not terrific about him. And taught us a lot. He taught us, when you're writing comedy, write what he called the realies. Write what really happens to people. Don't make up, something. He gets out of the elevator and there's a tiger standing there. He gets out of the elevator, door's closed, and he remembers he left his keys someplace. That's a really. Gee, why didn't we do that show? But Carl was a gentleman, totally perfect. And he taught, more than he taught us, he taught Robbie, his son. He's also a great director, was a good actor on All in the Family, and very active in good political causes. Nice wife, family, all good.